Hey guys, welcome to Aetherium Capital. Today I'll be discussing the stock that actually beat the market and is actually quite a silent company that no one really talks about until its recent earnings that blew everything out of the water. So this company that I'm talking about is actually your Ulta Beauty. If you guys do not have any idea of what Ulta Beauty is, you can think of it as a cosmetic dealership and is a retail store that specializes in selling anything that is related to beauty, from nail polish to your manicures to your facial stuff, your perfume, etc. Everything can be bought in Ulta Beauty. So first of all, let's look at the business for Ulta Beauty. It has compounded significantly from 2013 to 2023 at 15% CAGR revenue, operating profit of 18%, and earnings per share at 24%. So if you look at this stock chart over here, Ulta Beauty is what is known as a compounding machine, and it's also known as a 100 bagger because the stock price has actually went up more than 100 times. So if you look at this company from the period of 2013 to 2023, it is actually consistently expanding its stores by ramping up the number of stores every single day. So currently, if you look at the number of stores Ulta Beauty has, it is actually quite saturated currently because it is all over the USA. It is extremely popular in the United States. And if you go onto TikTok and Instagram and search Ulta Beauty Haul, there will be a lot of videos about people spending a lot of money on Ulta Beauty as well as redeeming their point system. So first of all, what actually distinguish between Ulta Beauty and other retail stores is the fact that 95% of the revenue actually come from their members. So their member has a system. You have your normal membership, and if you spend above $500 a year, you will get extra bonus points, etc., which can be redeemed as cash as well as vouchers as well as rewards as well. So currently, as of this 2025 quarter, the number of Ulta Beauty members is actually at 45 million. So it has increased from 44 million to 45 million. So one of the competitive advantage of Ulta Beauty is that they are actually having a track record of successfully launching A-list celebrities product lineups. So for example, in 2025, they're launching Beyonce. In 2024, they launched Selena Gomez as well as Ariana Grande's makeup line. Back in 2012, they actually launched your Khloe Kardashian's makeup products. And this type of product launches, what it does, right, is that it actually garners a lot of attention on Ulta Beauty itself. And also, Ulta Beauty will actually have selective rights to retail it for a particular period of time. So what this means is that for a period of time, you can only get their products in Ulta Beauty, and this actually encourages consumers who are willing to buy this to actually go into Ulta Beauty's shop. And this over here actually gives them a lot of leverage for other celebrities who are willing or wanting to launch their products. So what I believe is that Ulta Beauty in the end will actually lead the makeup space because what consumers are looking for are actually celebrity-led makeup products instead of your legacy products such as your Estee Lauder, your SK2, your Laneige, your Celine, your Dior, etc. So instead of looking for those products that are have been in the market for 50, 60, 70 years, what people would be willing to look for is for celebrity-led beauty makeup products. And especially in a culture where we have TikTok and social media, for example, your Elf, your Drunken Elephant, etc., all of these products will actually move onto Ulta shelves pretty quickly. And the fact is that Ulta Beauty is able to leverage their 45 million customers to actually lower the prices of the wholesale price and increase the margins that they have. So the few competitive advantages of Ulta, first of all, they have a track record of launching A-list celebrities. You have Beyonce, you have James Charles, you have your Khloe Kardashian, you have your Kourtney Kardashian, etc. All of them have launched their Ulta Beauty successfully before. So for celebrities who are wanting to launch products, they will first go to Ulta Beauty because it is a retailer with a proven track record of actually launching products and successfully. Furthermore, customer centric customer base, so instead of launching at a Target or Walmart, which is catering to a wide variety of people, what they do, right, what Ulta does, which is special, is that it actually enables them to focus on one particular sector, which is makeup and beauty and skincare and fragrance, etc. Anything related to beauty. So the 45 million members that they have is extremely, extremely beneficial to people who want to launch their products. And in order to launch in Ulta Beauty, they will actually make sure they give a better wholesale price. So I believe that Ulta Beauty has this leverage, not only because of its amazing customer base, but also because of the fact that it has 80 celebrities that are launching products in Ulta Beauty. And as I mentioned earlier, influencer-led brands, I believe, will be the future, where TikTok and social media are driving consumers desire to buy makeup products instead of the usual advertisements that we see online for Estee Lauder, SK2, etc. So I believe that this is a growing trend where people are following influencer-led makeup products, and I believe that all of the advertisement that Ulta Beauty gets for securing exclusive contracts are actually not really priced into the fundamentals of the stock. So now let's look at their products over here. I like to go through their storefront and compare it with Amazon. So first of all, let's go through their membership. So over here, your membership is free if you spend zero a year. And then if you spend $500 a year, you will get a platinum membership, which means that every $1 you spend, you get 1.25 points. And over here, you can see that every single time you get 100 points, you can redeem $3, 2,000 points, redeem $125, etc. So over here, you can see there's a lot of additional benefits for your members as well. And that's the reason why Ulta Beauty has a significant membership base. And actually, 95% of the revenue comes from the members itself. So this signifies a strong brand loyalty as well as a moat on the company. So let's compare the Ulta Beauty page vs something like Amazon. So there is an argument that Amazon actually will be able to outcompete Ulta Beauty simply because it has a large online presence. So currently I'm on Ulta Beauty's website, and if you look at the price of this Donna Bon Roma Eau de Perfume, is $170. And as you can see, there are 6,000 reviews over here. So what this means is that on the online platform itself, 6,000 people actually bought it. So this does not even include your in-person sales at all. So if we compare this to Amazon, we can see that the Amazon price, right, is actually lower than the $170 on Ulta Beauty's website. However, despite that, there's only 1,600 ratings. So there's not a lot of people that are actually buying on Amazon compared to on Ulta Beauty. So this is a random perfume that I picked. I do not even know what this is. And as you can see that there are actually more purchases on Ulta Beauty's own website itself compared to Amazon's website. So there are a few reasons why I think this is the case. First of all, it is not you do not have to pay for a Prime membership. It is simply free if you spend over $35 to ship. And then because Ulta Beauty has a large number of stores all over the country, if you are right next to Ulta Beauty, you can simply pick up at the store itself. And then furthermore, you're also able to earn points on the purchase. So one of the main things that entices people to buy from Ulta Beauty is actually its point system. So whenever you get enough points, you're able to redeem it. So this is actually one of the reasons why credit cards work so well. Is because of the reward system that they have. So even though you have to pay an annual membership for the cards that you have, you are actually willing to do so because of the points and the rewards that it gives you. So currently for Ulta Beauty, the membership is absolutely free. So all you have to do, right, is to actually just buy on it, redeem the points that you get. So honestly, there's a lot more people purchasing on Ulta Beauty's own website compared to Amazon itself. So one of the main things they would do, right, is they will actually go into the makeup store and they will actually try out the vast amount of things that they have. So if you want lipsticks, you want a new hair product, etc., people like to go to the store to experience as well as actually buy them and try them out. So you can see that even in the online segment space, the sales of Ulta Beauty is much better compared to Amazon. So what I really like about Ulta Beauty's website as well is extremely user friendly, and as you can see, it is extremely simplified and looks modern. It looks sleek, etc. Comparing this to your Amazon, it looks extremely, I don't know, old fashioned. It doesn't look enticing for the younger generation. It looks old. By the way, I am currently on the US website and I am using Los Angeles code for the zip code. And as you can see, all of this over here, it looks okay. It looks really old. So one of the main things that I think that Ulta Beauty actually distinguishes itself is its web presence is also pretty significant. And the other thing is that they offer beauty services. So once you're in the store, if you're looking around and you feel tired, etc., you can simply stop for example, a manicure, some hair salons, etc. And it's all provided, especially for your top tier members in Ulta Beauty. So now let's go back to the numbers. So if we go back into the numbers, what we can see is that the cosmetics in the United States are expected to grow at a CAGR of around 3 to 4%. And honestly, I believe that Ulta Beauty's revenue will grow at a higher significant rate as well because Ulta Beauty actually has a larger reach and a larger audience in the US. So if we look at Ulta Beauty, one of the main things that I really love about the company is that it has a share buyback program. So it buys back around $1 billion worth of its market cap every single year. So last year they actually bought back a billion. The year before they bought back $1 billion as well, and that represents around 5 to 6% of the shares outstanding. So every single year, without fail, your business, Ulta Beauty, will actually increase the earnings per share by around 5% if the revenue and the profits remain flat, simply due to your buybacks. So Ulta Beauty is a buyback machine. Another thing that really impresses me about the company is the fact that it has an extremely high return on invested capital, and it is also extremely stable. So if you look at the data given here from 2022 all the way to 2025, the ROIC of the company has been consistently above 20%. So what this means is that whenever they are investing $100 into their operations, they are getting 120 to $125 back as a return on investment spent. So this return on investment can be on your new stores opening, it can be on refurnishes, your upgrades, etc. So this over here are amazing fundamentals for the company. Now let's look at the accounts payable. So this is the liability section. So what you notice in the liability section is that surprisingly it has very little debt. So the long-term debt leases are actually from their stores itself, and the actual debt they have, right, is only around $46 million, which can be simply covered by a few days of revenue from the company. So it is essentially zero long-term debt. So the chances of this company going bankrupt is basically zero because you have no liabilities. All of the stores are open organically and none of them use leverage. So this is absolutely amazing for a retailer because retailers, what one of the common things that you see, for example, your Walgreens, Alliance, etc., Target, they're actually extremely levered in order to open their stores, etc. So this company actually managed to open all of their stores without any leverage, without any debt. So one of the main reasons why I invest in Ulta Beauty is, first of all, it has a broad range of products and it has products that are only specifically found in Ulta Beauty. And if you notice, one of the main things that Ulta Beauty actually has, right, the main advantages is that it attracts all of the people who are actually willing to start a new cosmetic brand. So, for example, if you look at Khloe Kardashian, you look at Rihanna, one of the biggest places that they go for immediately is Ulta Beauty. So they launch their products at Ulta Beauty because they know they are able to target a wide variety of audiences. So this over here immediately shows the mode of Ulta Beauty. Because as someone who wants to launch a new business product, a new skincare routine, for example, they chose Ulta Beauty instead of other platforms. So this shows that Ulta Beauty does have a mode. So there's another thing is that people will still want to shop in stores instead of online, and they're also willing to pay a premium for the experience. So if we look earlier at the website that I showed you, Ulta Beauty is selling at $170, Amazon is selling at $152. People are still going to Ulta Beauty because they simply want to redeem their points and they want to purchase in store as well. So loyalty system is where 95% of the revenue comes from. So this over here is something that is exceptional for businesses like Ulta Beauty and retailers. So there's another effect that's called the lipstick effect. The lipstick effect basically is a hypothesis where during an economic crisis, people will not change their habits and instead they will actually spend more on cosmetics. So what is amazing is that if you look at Ulta Beauty's revenue in 2008, what happened was that the revenue of the companies actually increased. So it increased by around 6 to 7% during 2008, the great financial crisis, and the fundamentals actually improved. So this is what is shown as a company that is really resistant to your economic problems and issues. And you can definitely see that because for other retailers such as Target, they have a decrease in revenue, decrease in comparable store sales, whereas Ulta Beauty actually increased in revenue as well as increased in the earnings per share of the company. Now, let's look at this over here. You have 45 million members and their revenue is around 11.3 billion. So this means that approximately each member is spending around $250 on Ulta products every single year. And this is quite an astounding number, in my opinion. And I believe that this over here will continue to grow as long as the members keep growing. So the number of members under the Ulta Beauty Rewards program is also extremely important because when you are a member of something, you are more tempted to actually spend more. So as long as the member growth keep on growing, I believe that the revenue growth will keep in line as well. Now let's look at the intrinsic value of Ulta Beauty. Currently, after the sharp jump in the stock price, Ulta Beauty is, in my opinion, overvalued. However, I will not be selling the company because I believe that the company has amazing fundamentals. The thesis of the company doesn't change. The return on investor capital of the company is also significant as well. And I believe that there's absolutely no reason for me to sell the company unless it gets egregiously overvalued. So if it reaches around $580, around $600, I would definitely be trimming some positions. However, I do not think that Ulta Beauty will suffer in the long term, and I believe that it will continue to compound in the long run. I hope you guys found this video useful, and if you did, do consider subscribing.